Good evening, I'm Michael, and you're watching Kini News, the show that brings you today's biggest stories. Malaysians may no longer need to stay at home, but the fight against COVID-19 is far from over. Also, if you're hoping to finally get that haircut you've been wanting to get, I've got bad news for you. The Health Ministry has reminded Malaysians to practice social discipline, despite many restrictions being lifted by the government to breathe life into the economy. Health Ministry Director General Dr Noor Hisham Abdullah told a press conference today that while Malaysia is in the recovery stage, we're not at the exit yet.
Kita perlukan kerjasama daripada warga Malaysia, rakyat Malaysia ialah untuk kepatuhan kepada SOP kita. Sebab strategi kita dah berubah, iaitu daripada duduk di rumah, kita benarkan mereka keluar untuk kerja, tetapi pastikan mereka kena patuh dan disiplin sosial tu mesti ada supaya kita dapat menghindarkan daripada jangkitan COVID-19 ni. COVID-19 ni ada di dalam komuniti. Untuk kita elakkan, kita kena patuh kepada SOP.
Malaysia today reported 75 new recoveries from COVID-19, bringing the total number of recoveries to 4,776. Meanwhile, the country continues to detect new infections, with 39 new cases reported today, one of which was imported. The death toll remains at 107, with no new fatality reported today. With most people going back to work, a haircut is something many Malaysians are in need of right now. However, the Health Ministry is still not ready to allow barbershops or hair salons to start operating.
Setakat ini kita masih tidak membenarkan kedai gunting rambut kerana ada laporan di Jepun dan juga di US berkaitan dengan jangkitan COVID-19 di kalangan mereka yang menggunting rambut dan juga pelanggan. Jadi kita sedang memantau perkara ini dengan teliti dan sebelum kita membenarkan mungkin bercara peringkat. Jadi kita lihat kita telah membenarkan kelonggaran dalam PKPB dan kita memula pada 4 Mei dan kita harapkan dalam tempoh masa 2 minggu kita akan memantau perkembangan dan juga kes-kes sama ada peningkatan ataupun tidak.
Will you be able to balik kampung for Raya this year? Let's see what the Transport Minister has to say about this. Transport Minister Wee Ka Siong said today that it is too early to tell if the government will consider allowing people to travel to their hometowns for Hari Raya this year. He was asked to share some insight on the matter by UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi during a live session on Facebook this morning.
Pada waktu ini, saya rasa terlalu awal untuk kita nak meramalkan kerana musim perayaan Hari Raya ini akan bermula selepas 20-21 hari bulan, iaitu minggu yang terakhir ni. Jadi dalam tempoh 2 minggu lebih ni, kita akan melihat dari segi kes-kes penularan COVID-19. Yang pertama, adakah 12 hari bulan ni sudah memadai dan tidak perlu dilanjutkan PKP ataupun disesuaikan PKP kita? Itu satu soal, perkara yang perlu kita lihat dulu. Dan ini adalah satu perkara yang agak urgent. Orang tertanya-tanya apa akan terjadi selepas 12 hari bulan. Itu pertama. Betul. Dan pengumuman PM sudah dinyatakan dengan jelas, iaitu nak balik raya tak boleh. Bermaksud kita tak nak orang merentas semua negeri dan balik ke kampung, dan bukan kita tak nak mereka berjumpa dengan ahli keluarga, tapi disebabkan jangkitan COVID-19.
We also said that the Cabinet will continue to meet regularly and discuss the matter with the Health Ministry Director General Dr Noor Hisham Abdullah before any decision is made.
Kita sedar bahawa ada kelonggaran yang diberikan, tetapi ini berkisarkan kepada disiplin rakyat Malaysia juga. Kalau kita tak ubah cara hidup kita, masih lagi dengan business as usual seperti dulu, semua rapat-rapat seperti sardin kita masuk dalam gerabak dan sebagainya, saya rasa risiko kita agak tinggi.
Anwar Ibrahim has weighed in on the government's latest announcement on the loan repayment moratorium. PKR President Anwar Ibrahim has given a salute to Malaysians for putting pressure on the government over the issue of accrued interest or profit during the loan repayment moratorium period.
Ini flip-flop lah. Saya ucap tahniah dan tabik hormat kepada semua netizens, ratusan ribu malah juta yang bantah sehingga kerajaan terpaksa tarik balik. Umum senang, bunyi semua senang. Orang tepuk tangan, gembira. Rupa-rupanya charge ada, faedah ada. Mana faedah oleh Bank Islam pun dikenakan. Punya teruknya.
Anwar said this in response to the announcement made by Finance Minister Tengku Zafrul Tengku Abdul Aziz on Wednesday. Following discussions between the Finance Ministry and the banking sector, it was decided that a 6-month moratorium for hire purchase loans will not result in accrued interest. This means customers who opt to defer their payments from April to September will not need to pay larger installments once the deferment period ends. Their hire purchase loan tenures, meanwhile, will be extended by 6 months to make up for the deferment. Tengku Zafrul's announcement yesterday means a change to Bank Negara Malaysia's May 1st clarification that deferring hire purchase loans would result in accrued interest or higher installments following the moratorium period. Pakatan Harapan has decided on who should be opposition leader in Parliament, and the relevant people have been informed.
Ya, saya ingat Setiausaha Pakatan Harapan Saudara Saifuddin Nasution telah pun memaklum kepada Speaker keputusan Majlis Presiden Pakatan Harapan yang juga diberi dimaklum kepada semua pembangkang bersatu yang berpihak kepada pembangkang dan juga warisan telah dimaklum keputusan Pakatan Harapan dan Saudara Anwar telah disebut sebagai ketua pembangkang yang baru sekali lagi.
I've seen many things float on the waters of Port Dickson, but never have I seen dolphins. I guess that changes today.
Tadi siap lompat-lompat tadi.
Port Dickson may be the country's most popular beach holiday destination for locals, but with the movement control order in place, the beaches have been empty, which means it's the perfect time for wildlife to come out and play. A video of a pod of dolphins swimming in the waters of Port Dickson was posted on Facebook yesterday, which has since gone viral. In the 33-second video posted on the Negeri Sembilan Info traffic page, 4 dolphins can be seen breaching the water's surface. However, this isn't as uncommon as people may think. Dolphins are a common sighting for fishermen and the Negeri Sembilan Fisheries Department. The State Department Director, Halimi Abu Hanib, said dolphins are a common species in Malaysian waters and are protected under the Fisheries Act 1985. He told Burnama that fishermen aren't allowed to catch the mammal and hoped people would not disturb it. Halimi added that there was no doubt that the movement control order has had a positive impact on the environment. It's a sad day for the people of Pahang, especially the folks of Chini, as they lost their Assemblyperson Abu Bakar Harun. Chini Assemblyperson Abu Bakar Harun passed away early this morning. The 60-year-old passed away at the Kuala Lumpur hospital at 3 a.m, believed to be from a heart attack, according to Berita Harian. The passing was confirmed by Pahang Menteri Besar Wan Rosdi Wan Ismail, who wrote on Facebook that he received the sad news about the departure of a friend and comrade this morning. The BN lawmaker previously served as State Exco in the Pahang government from 2013 to 2018. Chini is one of the 4 state seats within the Pekan parliamentary constituency held by former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak, who also offered his condolences today.
Saya bagi pihak UMNO Bahagian, bagi pihak diri saya sendiri ucapkan takziah pada keluarga Allahyarham Datuk Seri Bakar Harun. Beliau sebagai wakil rakyat telah menjalankan kerja-kerjanya dengan begitu cemerlang sekali. Malah Allahyarham boleh dianggap sebagai seorang ikon pada masyarakat Peroka, sebagai seorang bekas Peroka yang telah mencapai kejayaan yang boleh dibanggakan dalam bidang politik dan pentadbiran kerajaan.
Coming up next, the Trump administration continues to blame China. The Trump administration continues to go after China for how it handled the coronavirus outbreak, which has left hundreds of thousands dead worldwide. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo renewed his aggressive criticism of China on Wednesday over its initial handling of the coronavirus outbreak.
China could have prevented the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people worldwide. China could have spared the world descent into global economic malaise. They had a choice, but instead, China covered up the outbreak in Wuhan. Its National Health Commission ordered virus samples destroyed on January 3rd. China disappeared brave Chinese citizens who raised alarms. It deployed its propaganda organs to denounce those who politely called for simple transparency.
Covid-19 has killed more than 255,000 people worldwide, including more than 70,000 in the United States, making it the worst affected country according to official statistics. The virus first emerged in the Chinese city of Wuhan in December. Most experts believe it originated in a market selling wildlife and jumped from animals to people, although Pompeo has said there is significant evidence that it came from a laboratory. Domestic critics of US President Donald Trump have said that while China has much to answer for in terms of its action in the early days of the outbreak, the US administration is seeking to deflect attention from what they see as a slow US response. At a White House event, Trump, who was seeking re-election in November, called it the worst attack the country had ever experienced and blamed China for not stopping it. Pompeo pushed back against suggestion that he and other members of the Trump administration have issued conflicting statements about the exact origins of the novel coronavirus. On Wednesday, Pompeo said the United States did not have certainty, but there was significant evidence that it came from the lab. Pompeo also said China was still withholding virus samples he said were needed for global vaccine research. The Chinese-backed Wuhan Institute of Virology has said that the virus did not originate there. As the world slowly reopens, some industries are looking at creative ways to bring business back. A Dutch restaurant has come up with an idea on how to offer classy outdoor dining in the age of the coronavirus. Small glass cabins built for 2 or 3 people, creating intimate cocoons on the public patio. Waiters wear gloves and transparent face shields and use a longboard to bring dishes into the glass cabins to ensure minimal physical contact with customers. While the concept is currently being trialled only for family and friends of staff from the Eaton restaurant, which is part of the Mediamatic Arts Centre, it certainly looks glamorous as diners enjoy candlelit meals with a waterside view. Organisers call the project separate greenhouses.
So we're now learning how to do the cleaning, how to do the service, how to get the empty plates out of the greenhouse again in an elegant way, so you still feel taken care of really nicely. So there's still a lot of learning for us in these new typologies, like how can we do our practice and reinvent it?
Well, I think the only suggestion that I want to give them is when it's noon and it's in the summertime, it will become very hot if it's like 36 degrees. So then they might actually have to cover a little bit of the roof, because sitting in a cage of glass in that sense will become very hot.
Dutch restaurants are closed to the public until at least May 19th, though kitchens may operate for takeaways. The Netherlands Restaurant Association said that even if restaurants are allowed to reopen at limited capacity and with safety measures in place, many face financial ruin if social distancing rules are maintained. The Dutch government was expected to lay out a roadmap later on Wednesday on how and when it may begin loosening restrictions. Since the start of the CMCO, the National Blood Bank supply has reduced by 33%. So if you're free tomorrow or close by, head to the Empire Shopping Gallery in Putrajaya to donate some blood. For more details, you can head to the Pusat Darah Negara Facebook page. That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. I'm Pasal Michael. Thank you for watching.